Hello everyone, welcome to a new part, and uh, in this part we will do UV unwrapping of this part. So I will show you something in the references. So just like this, as you see here in the references, that in the legs we have here, for example, we have two different parts. In the legs we have this part, we have this part here, and this part here. So we need to add seams here and seams in the back of these legs. So we will follow these seams here in the real reference. So we will try to simulate it in our project. So to do that, we need to return to Blender and go to our objects. So in the UVs, I need to do something, which is going to the shading editor. So this, we call it shader editor. So I need to add a new material. So to add a new material, select your object, and in this slot click on new, like this. So I need something called UV grid to work clearly in UVs. So to add that, you need to go this here, we call it shader editor. So in the object mode, so click Shift A, or you can go to add here and go to texture, then add an image texture. So in this, click new and choose from generated type UV grid, like it. Okay, we need to plug it to the base color like this. As you see here, we have a distort UVs because we are not adding seams yet to our object. So we need now to go to the UV editing. We can go to the UV editing tab here and click on it and start UV unwrap our object. So for example, I will avoid to add seams in the in the part which is faced the camera. So except the seams look like the reference. So for example, I will not make seams in this part. For example, I will show you with the pen. For example, I will not make seams here. I will make it in the back. I will make it here in the back of the legs. So to do that, just you need to select the edges that you will make it as seams like this. I need to disable disable the bevel modifiers in the viewport. So if you want to disable any modifier in the viewport, just click on this button here in the modifier tab and it will be disabled. So I need to select these edges like this, and to add a seam you can go here to UV and mark seam like this. I need to also go to the shader or the viewport shader. Now as you see here, we don't have any results. So because we don't unwrap our object, so to do that we need to select all the parts in the edit mode and click U in the keyboard and click unwrap, as you see here. So we need to do more seams. As I say, I need to add seams in the back here like this. I will add this as a seam, this as a seam, and this as seam, maybe this as a seam. I will click unwrap, and to see the result, select all, then unwrap. I missed that. I need to edit as a seam. I will reselect all this, then click U and mark seam. If you see the red color here, that's mean that you have a seam in your edge. So now we can select all and unwrap our object. As you see here, we have a UV unwrapping, but we need to add more seams because I see that here we have some stretches. As you see here in the display stretches, you see this green color, that means that you have stretches and miss UVs. So we need to add more seams. So I need to select this button edges and add it as seams. I will add this as a seam, mark seam, and go to the other side and add it as seams. Then I need to select all, then UV unwrap, and as you see here, we have a clear UVs. So this is everything about adding UVs and adding seams and unwrapped your object. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like these tricks. If you have any question, let's comment, and if you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next part. Salam.